Okay. Okay.
Richard joined.
Richard joined.
He's probably sitting outside watching.
All right, y'all ready? So when you start, well, there's two ways to deadlift, but most of us, I teach you to go conventional because I'll show you first what I mean. So conventional, you're not staying behind me, right? I don't want you staring at my butt. Okay, so conventional is this one here. And then sumo is this one where you go way up here and come up. But I have most of you do the regular way because when you go sumo, most of the stress is on your knees. And then you're not really working the backside as much when you're doing sumo, so that's why I have everyone do the regular way. So when you go conventional, you want to walk right up to the bar. Your feet are inside shoulder width, slightly inside. And then you want the bar over the middle of your foot, so kind of over your shoelaces. Okay? So once you come down, a couple things. You want to get into a Romanian deadlift position when you come down. So instead of just bending down like this, right? Do a Romanian deadlift first so you feel everything in your hamstrings and your butt. So that way when you are pulling for your deadlift, you feel you can recruit the hamstrings to help you as well. Make sense? Okay? So once your shins are straight, you've activated your hamstrings, then comes your core. You want to push out against your stomach, don't suck it in, push it out and hold it. Then the next thing you do, you squeeze your butt. And the third thing you do, you squeeze your pelvic floor. So that's like holding in your pee. That's the lower part of your abs. So once you have that all tight, then your upper back. You want to squeeze all this. So think about like if there was a pocket here and you want to kind of stick your back into the pocket. Okay? So it's tight and not like rounded forwards like this. Because think about like a suspension bridge, like when the wires are holding it up, they're not loose, right? It's always tight, there's always tension. So that way you don't lose any strength as you're coming up. So far so good?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear as mud.
Okay, then, so once you have all that tight, the last thing you want to do is kind of quickly tug on the bar like this. This pulls the slack out of the bar. So, I don't know if you can see it, but the bar kind of moves as you pull it. So, once you pull it up first, then the bar is tight and you're not losing strength. Because if you just go like this and pull it off the ground, you lose a little bit of strength when you do that initial pull because the bar moves first, before everything gets off the ground. It's more important when the weight gets heavier, but when it's light, it doesn't make a big difference. Okay? So, once you have all that, pull it and keep it tight there. Then, as you're pulling off the ground, you don't want to squat the weight, so you don't want to be down here. That's not the position you want to be, because then you're just using the legs here, and then you lose all this back here. Because deadlift really works hamstrings, butt, lower back more than your glutes. Let me start here, then your quads. Okay? So, once you're here, you're gonna push your feet into the ground. So you're pushing yourself away from your body. Pushing yourself into the ground, as opposed to using your back to shoot your back up. Does that make sense? Okay. A little bit further back. Okay, so once you're here, you have hamstrings engaged, core is engaged. You're gonna push out against your stomach, then push yourself into the ground, right? So you see how my back is still straight? Okay, now it's getting hot. So the problems we run into, like why a lot of people feel in their lower back, is because once they're here, one, their either hips are too low and their butt comes up first like this and they come up. See how ugly that looks? And you'll hurt your back that way. Or either that or they're not tight enough in the hamstrings and the glutes. So once that's not tight enough, your hip starts to round in like this. And then you're kind of pulling up like that, which will also hurt your back. So that's why make sure your hamstrings are engaged first, then push. Then once you're at your knees, you want to push your hips forward, squeeze your butt as hard as you can. And then all the way down. You don't want to bounce it off the ground because basically you're using momentum to help you, and you're not using, and then basically you lose all tightness here. And you're not working the right muscles again. And basically you're cheating. Yeah? Okay. So, that's really quickly how to do it. I'll grab the bars for all of you.